How we doing, everybody, and welcome back to another new comic book day vlog. Today is February 11th, 2026, and I'm right here outside my local comic book store, Multiverse Games and Comics. And today I have 6 comic books for today. 3 are DC Comics, 2 for Marvel, and 1 for Indie. And let's start off with DC, because DC is the most comic books. Starting off, DC K.O. issue number 4. This is the 4th issue out of 5 DC K.O. comic books, and this has been an ongoing event since October or September, I think, when it first started, maybe November. And there's been a lot of tie-ins, the event of DC K.O., and this is the 4th issue of DC K.O., and next month is going to be the last issue of DC K.O., and that issue is going to be the last round to see who's going to win. And for this one is going to be the 4 finalists, the 4 of them, Superman, Wonder Woman, Lex Luthor, and the Joker are going off against the absolutes, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, or they call their group Trinity. And so yeah, next is Aquaman issue 14. This is a tie-in to DC K.O., and I've been reading all the tie-in comic books. I got all of them, and we're just a few comic books away for finishing the DC K.O. As I said, there are 42 comic books, and this is going to be like 38 DC K.O. and Aquaman issue 14. That's 40 or 38, and there are only 4 comic books left for it to complete the whole thing, including the final issue of DC K.O. Next is Avengers of Superman Book of L issue 6. I'm really enjoying this. This is like also a tie-in to another Superman comic book that was published before, but I never read that one. And this one I'm reading in the comic book. It said it was a continuation of a Superman comic book, but I'm not going to read that one. I'm just going to read this one, The Avengers of Book of L. And yeah, so those are the 3 DC comic books. And next for Marvel is The Amazing Spider-Man Torn issue 5. This is the last issue of the Amazing Spider-Man Torn series. This was a limited series. There's only 5 issues, and today is the last one. Next is Spider-Man Noir issue 5 as well. This is the last issue, limited series, only 5 issues, and I'm really sad for this to be over. I'm hoping there are going to be more Spider-Man issues. Next for Indie is going to be TMNT Journeys issue 6. I'm really enjoying this. This is also like a facsimile, a re-release comic book that was released in the early 2000s. They just renamed it to Journeys. And so yeah, issue 6. And for this one, when they were first published, this was a 32 issue comic book series, and I wonder if it's going to be the same thing or not. So yeah, those are all of them, 6 comic books, and I'm just waiting for my local comic book store to open and wait for them to open. So let's wait and let's head on over there when they open. Okay, so we're back from the car. I got all 6 of them right here, and I was going to film inside there, but there were so many people coming in, and I didn't want to get their faces on. They probably didn't like their faces to be in video on camera, and so yeah, I just went and grabbed all my comic books and head on out because I don't think they would appreciate it. So let me start off with the comics. First up, we got DC K.O. issue number 4. And as you can see the cover, or let me pull it out. We have the absolutes right here. Let me open it. We have absolute Batman, absolute Superman, and absolute Wonder Woman right there. That's who the final 4 are going to fight off against. And so yeah, can't wait for this to read and hopefully see who's going to advance. Next, Avengers of Superman Book of L issue number 6. And I heard that this series is going to be a 12-issue comic book, and as you can see, we're halfway there, and I'm really enjoying this. This is a really good read. Next is Aquaman issue 14, DC K.O tie-in, and this is the last tie-in for Aquaman, and the only ones left I think is going to be The Flash, Titans, and Justice League Unlimited. I'm not sure about Justice League Unlimited. I might have to check again to see what it is. And so, yeah, those are all the DC comic books right there. DC K.O issue 4, Aquaman issue 14, the DC K.O tie-in, and Avengers of Superman, the Book of L. Next for indie comic is TMNT Journeys issue 6. This is a really cool comic to read, and this is, as I said in the beginning, they're reprinting the original comic books, and here, let me show you. And it's just like how the original were. I heard that the original, when TMNT started, they did not use colors, so it was mostly black and white. And as you can see right here, black and white. And so yeah, that's how the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book started. They were basically colors, so you couldn't even tell which one was Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo, and yeah, Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Donatello. You couldn't tell basically who they were because their mask colors were basically black, and the only way you could tell was from the weapons that they used. So yeah, TMNT Journeys issue 6. For Marvel, The Amazing Spider-Man Torn issue 5. This is the last issue of this, and I'm really sad for this to be over. I can't wait to read it and see how it ends. And next, another Spider-Man, the last issue, Spider-Man Noir issue 5. This is the last issue, and for this one, Spider-Man is in a private eye. He's a private investigator, and so he got hired by Gwen Stacy to find out who killed her father, Captain George Stacy. And turns out that Peter actually killed him. And so Gwen wants revenge on Spider-Man, but Gwen doesn't know that Peter is Spider-Man. And so this is going to be the final issue to see if Gwen is going to kill Spider-Man and find out that Peter killed her father. And so yeah, those were basically all the comic books. And sorry I didn't get to film in there because there were so many people inside there and they wanted their faces on. But also I want to talk about, if y'all saw the Super Bowl, which I didn't. I'm not a Super Bowl football fan. I'm a soccer fan, and I was really excited for the events for the Super Bowl because for the new trailers of Superman, Spider-Man Brand New Day, and Avengers Doomsday, and I was waiting on my computer for them to see Marvel and DC to upload the trailers, but they never released a trailer for Supergirl and Spider-Man and Avengers Doomsday, and I was really sad for that. But the one thing I was happy to see was the new car for Formula One Cadillac, which I'm wearing a hat. This is the Mercedes Kimi Antonelli, his number 12, the Mercedes Adidas. And so yeah, I'm really happy to see what the car looks like for Cadillac, and I'm really rooting for Checo Perez to win a Formula One Grand Prix, and I hope he wins in Mexico with this car and so many other races. And and this is for a new one for Formula One. The new car is different, the regulations are different, and so this is going to be a new adventure for everybody. And let's just see how Formula One is, because this month is going to be a testing, and then next month is going to be the first race of Formula One at Australia, Melbourne. And so, yep, that's pretty much it, and I'll see y'all on the next new comic book day vlog. Adios.